everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums. I'm going to make a real quick short video, tell you a little bit about where I've been and where I'm going. Crafty goals. So my goal throughout 2024 is to use more than I buy. I can tell you that in May I utterly failed, but it was a planned fail. I went to Country Craft Creations has a retreat a couple times a year. This is their 10th anniversary, so they did several more virtuals than they normally would do, but this was an in-person retreat. It also was a virtual retreat, but I went to the in-person retreat, my first time to go to a CCC retreat, and I had a ball. I also picked up more paper than I had before, but that's okay. I really hadn't been buying stuff up until then, so it was all right. Um, I've been throwing out these, and this is my list of all the papers in my stash, and I know you all are thinking, why, I can't even start listing half the papers in my stash that are sitting on my desk, because you have a craft room and you have lots of space. But you may know I live and travel in my RV, so space is limited, and I want to purposely, intentionally use what I have and not go crazy. That being said, I am on the design team for Country Craft Creations, so I did pick up some new papers because I wanted to sort of work ahead and get some projects done, knowing that this year I will be doing a lot of traveling and not be available to do videos and tutorials and that kind of thing. So, that being said, I used a Doodlebug form collection. I am in the process, no, not Boho Baby, never mind. I finished Flight of Fancy, Willow Creek Farm, T for Two. I wrote small because I realized I just used the small pad entirely, but I still have some pages from the 12 by 12 collection. I'm almost done with It's a Boy, so I crossed it off because by the time the video airs, it will be done. And I don't know why I have a line through Happy Birthday. I don't remember if I used that or not. I may have. And then I used two pieces of my single sheets, which increased tremendously. The retreat was in Utah. There is also Simple Stories is in Utah. And I went to their Simple Stories outlet and spent some money on some single sheets there. But I plan on using it. Whenever I buy something, it's because I have a plan. Now, my plan is probably I won't hit, I think before this month, it was down to about 50 single sheets. I don't know that I will use it until maybe September because it's that kind of feel. All right, anyhow, May. My plan in May was to do one project. I actually have done 3 projects. I'll show you real quick because they've been fun. So at Country Craft Creations, they carried Graphic 45, and I picked up the Flight of Fancy collection and made this mini album. Of course, Graphic 45 knows how to use paper and knows the kind of designs to put on paper to make it fun. So I made this tutorial. It was a huge success. If you haven't seen it, check out previous videos in my channel. The thing about this was there's 4 signatures in this mini album, and I made it so you could do all 4 or you could do 2 signatures. I did a video on another Flight of Fancy with just 2 signatures. That sold the first day I put it on my Etsy shop. And then this one I just finished. It's not on Etsy, but it will be. So this one has the other 2 signatures that I didn't use. I'm not flipping through everything, but it's got 2 signatures, but there's still a lot of room. I would say there's room for 40 or 50 photos in that. So still a lot. Another thing I had wanted to do, I picked up the Willow Creek Highlands collection from Photoplay at Country Craft Creations, and I made this farm album. This again was a rousing hit, and some other design team members made farmhouse albums using different collections. So if you are a member of the Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations Facebook group, you will see Michelle Allen did a fabulous farmhouse album. Another thing I'm working on, and this is a sneak peek, never before seen. So Country Craft Creations, the owner, Tamara, or designs paper pads and has them printed in Salt Lake City. In Utah, not Salt Lake City. So the latest paper collection was called Tea for Two. And so I picked that up when I was at the retreat. And I made that and a couple of projects. I'm not going to show you all because it probably is coming out about the same time as this video. So check out my channel and look at the walkthrough for this. I also have a tutorial on how to make this teapot. So, so there is that. So I've been busy, even though I really was planning on not being so busy. So for June, I guess I should go back. Deadlines and commitments, I didn't have any really because I was planning on, I really was thinking that I wouldn't get much done in May, but just the way our travel plans had worked out, we didn't travel as much, just for various reasons. So we are in Idaho getting ready to go to Yellowstone. I probably have been and gone by the time you see this video. So I wasn't planning on doing much. Again, I didn't know how the internet would be. So my plan is always use more than I buy. Again, it was a fail for May, but that's okay. And my goal for June is to use up partial pads. I know I'm not going to get major projects done, but I have 4 or 5. So I have some that were from collection kits are moving over into partials. I have all these partials that I plan on using, and well, not all of them, but if I can attack 3 or 4 of them, I'll be happy to. So really the only that was for May. For June, use partial pads. That's my goal. Let's say use 3. So if I can finish up 3 partials, I'll be happy. You may not see it until I get internet again. I don't have any deadlines and commitments. Again, I had worked ahead, so I knew that that was going to happen. And the project for June was Tea for Two, and that is done. That was the teapot. So use my stash, use more than I buy. I'm not going to be within 500 miles of a craft store, so I doubt I will buy anything, as far as I know. Now, after Yellowstone, after Wyoming, we'll be heading up towards Washington. I know there's a couple of craft stores there, but I don't need anything. I have enough to work on. Although, as I say that, I realize I am getting a new, I'm getting a new camping paper pad, just because I like camping. So anyhow, that is it. I was able to smash several paper pads. I still have some partials to do. I used up 2 whole sheets of paper. Woohoo! And that is it for me. So check out the other collaborators, see what fabulous things they've done. And I advise you to work on your crafty goals. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fabulous day.